Friends, and welcome back. This is Project Life 2023, and I am working on week 3, and my doggies are playing under my desk. So I'm going to make this intro really quick. I pulled a couple of things from my stash to use. So I grabbed a stamp, and then I got thinking, I have a couple of, you can't really see those, I have a couple of Maggie Holmes stamps that I actually picked up from the dollar store. I think this one's also Maggie Holmes, but that flower's kind of Maggie Holmes-ish, even if it's not. But yeah, I picked these up at my local dollar store, and I was totally shocked. I also grabbed some puffy hearts, an alpha. I did some journaling just on copy paper off camera. And then I went into my stash of stickers, and I just threw all my stickers that I want to use on this acrylic block. I grabbed a stamp that I want to actually use. I think this one says this week. My date stamp, and I'm going to try stamping with some white ink. I have the Brilliance Moonlight White ink, and I also grabbed this Ranger white ink pad. Oh my gosh, I want to say it was in the summer, with the intent of testing it against this one, because Dearly D, who does Project Life, loves this ink pad, and every time I've tried to stamp on photos with it, for whatever reason, my paper doesn't like it. So I'm going to try this one instead, and I may have to do a test stamp on some black cardstock first, but essentially that's kind of what's on my desk. And I also have, you know, my sticker books and all of those things just kind of hanging out in the wings. So I am going to get embellishing, and I will put you on fast forward. So before I get too heavily involved in embellishing the rest of this layout, I'm just going to cut apart my journaling and glue it down on that black card. I really like the way the journaling turned out. The other thing is I ended up having too many words. So the good thing about doing your journaling like this is you can start to cut words where you need to make it fit the card. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I'm just using one of the glue pens that's on my desk. It's one of those glue pens that goes on blue and dries clear. I have it right here in front of me. It is a Zig two-way glue pen. I decided that was probably the better option when I was using copy paper. I didn't know how well the copy paper would take regular liquid glue, so fighting with my glue here, like always. I really love the way my title card turned out this week. That swan embellishment that I made ended up being probably one of my favorites, which is probably why it was the first one that I used. And even though it's January and there's not really any swans in my photos, I'm just embracing. The picture of the large snake, I debated whether or not I was going to include that. So my hubby works for a moving company, and they found 2 live snakes in the back of a truck. And I decided to take the screenshot of the picture he showed me and include it in my weekly Project Life. And I think the stickers that I use here are something along the lines of, sorry, nope. It's a whole lot of nope from me. These little embellishments, the one that's up on my 4x6 card and this little one, actually are stickers. I didn't realize they were stickers. I thought they were just cut aparts or die cuts, but so the tag one up on the 4x6 photo, I had to put on some cardstock first just to give it a little bit more bulk. So I'm just kind of pulling all of the little stickers that I had set aside on my acrylic block, and I'm plunking them down. I have to say, editing what I wanted to have on this page and having things pre-selected made the rest of it go very quickly. I think the part of this page that probably took me the longest was gluing down the journaling and figuring out my stamping with my new white ink, which you're going to see ends up being a fail. And I don't know if probably should have just used like my stamping platform so that I could re-stamp over the same spot more than once. That might be something that I try just to see if I can get it to work. I don't know if this ink pad was too juicy or what the situation was, but it really did not behave well. So I ended up just going back to my Brilliance ink. And it seemed to do better on the test cardstock than it did on the actual journaling card. And in the end, like from a distance, you can't really tell. It looks fine, but up close, you could tell that I'm not liking it. Up close, you could tell that I double stamped it and that it didn't line up very well the second time. So I just grabbed one of the Maggie Holmes cut-aparts that are on my desk. It's from the Sunny Days collection. It's the page that has all the different colored cameras. So I just opted to go that route instead. And apologies for my voice. I'm still recovering from that crazy cold I had earlier this week. I feel fine, but my voice sounds very raspy still. I'm sure many of you can relate. 'Tis flu season, flu and cold season. So, I wanted to add a little bit more bling to this page. So I grabbed my little round dish of just random things that I have hole punched. So some of them are just circles, stars, and hearts. So I went with some stars on this layout today. And I'm almost done. Alrighty, week 3, all done. My stamping on black with white ink was a failure. I tried my Maggie Holmes stamp. This is the Ranger ink, and then this is the Brilliance Moonlight White ink. And this is also the Brilliance Moonlight White ink, but I think the different cardstock texture, it didn't stamp very well. So you watched me cover over my stamping, and it does look like I'm covering a mistake there, but life cannot be perfect. So yeah, in the end, I'm still trying to figure out my best solution for using white ink on my photos and my cardstock. So stay tuned as the struggle continues. But that's it for me for today, friends. As always, thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.